What up, Lucid Crew? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I am Lucid Rob, and today we're going to look at everything on the internet. Videos from the left to the right, the north to the south, from the creepy, cuddly little cave-dwelling lizard people to the Illuminati to the aliens and flat Earth, and just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't looked at the videos you guys sent me yet, so we could potentially cover none of that stuff. But, you know, I guess you're going to have to wait and see. But I can promise there's going to be a bunch of weird shit, a bunch of stuff that's going to make us second-guess reality and maybe keep us up at night. And that's what the title says, so I guess we'll have to find out. Let's get into it.
This is the one.
Most prolific serial killer in history, the one who claimed the most victims. Unlike Jack the Ripper, he isn't very well known. His name is Christman Genepatinga. Between 1568 and 1581, in the Holy Roman Empire, he is said to have murdered 964 people. At first, his motivation was to rob his victims, but soon he set a goal to reach 1,000 murders. He also held a woman captive for 7 years and impregnated her 6 times, but each time she gave birth, he killed the babies by snapping their necks. This woman would eventually lead to Christman's downfall. One day, she begged him to take her outside with him and promised not to betray him. But once they were in public, she broke down in tears and drew the attention of bystanders. 30 armed men were sent to Christman's hideout to arrest him. These men discovered his diary detailing the murders of his 964 victims. Christman was sentenced to the torture of the breaking wheel, a torment that lasted 9 days. They kept
Almost 1,000? Oh my god, dude. Can you imagine? It's so wild how, like, much easier, I don't know, I'm sure it was easier, but, like, just how easy in general it was to get away with stuff like that, like, back in the day. They didn't have, like, forensics, they didn't have fingerprints and things like that, so, man, I can't imagine how many people like this actually existed throughout history that we don't even know about, you know, just people coming up missing and stuff because, you know, people had issues and wanted to delete others. There were probably a lot, honestly.
The worst year in human history was the year 536 AD.
Oh.
Okay.
They called it the year of darkness.
536 AD. When was that? What was happening at that time?
There was a volcano that erupted in Iceland that ended up making the sky dark around the entire world, or the recorded world, Europe, Asia, Africa, dark for an entire year from this cloud.
An entire year?
An entire year. Like, to where all these different nations recorded that year of, like, the sun gave off light like the moon.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it gave off no warmth, and the global temperature dropped 15 degrees
Oh my gosh.
within that year. And so there was mass famine. It was like recorded in China that it was snowing during the summer.
Sounds like you're just describing Portland at this point.
But what that did was, with the famine and all that stuff, all these rats would come in because it was so cold outside. They would come into homes,
Oh, no.
which ended up leading to the bubonic plague.
No way, because they carried it. Wow.
It was like the first recorded plague.
That would be absolutely terrifying for the sky to be blacked out for like a year or 2 years or 6 months or anything. We're pretty much screwed if something inconvenient like that happens, like something on like a global inconvenience. And by inconvenience, I mean, like, the scientists have been saying lately, I see it a lot online, that they're talking about a solar flare could happen soon and knock out all the internet for like 6 months, in which case I'm screwed as well as you. Not only because I'm a YouTuber and all of my work with my company is done online, but I mean, just outside of that, it's just panic. An entire infrastructure is built on, like, the internet and just things functioning normally. So something like this were to happen, nobody would be prepared for it. 95% of people would probably go to a panic state. There'd be looting, there'd be people deleting people, self-deleting themselves. Like, it's wild. It's so stupid I have to say words like delete on this fucking platform. Stupid. But yeah, if shit like that happens, man, it's fucking crazy. I don't know about you, but living in Florida, you know, with all the hurricanes and stuff, I always have like a 72-hour bag ready that I can just grab if something happens. It's got ammo, it's got, you know, rations, water, you know, non-perishable food, socks, you know, stuff like that, stuff that I would need that would keep me cool, and at least for a few days until I can kind of set up shop somewhere. So, and that's just for hurricanes. And I suggest everybody to kind of have like a 72-hour bag for themselves and whoever's in their family. Just, you know, if shit hits the fan, you know, you're good. Just grab the fucking backpack and head out. And shit's getting weird, man. Shit's getting weird. It's been progressively getting weirder and weirder. So I think it's a better idea now than any other time in our lifetime to just kind of be prepared for whatever.
Drink the gold juice. So I was offered the gold juice 3 times in my 20s, my 30s, and
What's
my
that?
40s.
Pee? A lot of golden showers in
The
Burbank.
gold juice that I will live forever and I'll have whatever I want. The gold juice. You never offered the gold juice?
No, I'm a scumbag comic. What's the gold juice?
I don't know, but I didn't drink it and I didn't want it. And
Is this in
I
a...
noticed when all the girls, certain girls on Orange changed. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's like a real thing. Like, it's all a real thing. And it's scary because they send, like, people after you and they can, like, kind of moonlight as, like, a friend or, you know, and they're wolf in sheep's clothing. And listen, you can have everything you want, all the fame in the world, all the money. I'm like, what if I just drank it? But then you know what I mean? Like, what if and I don't know what it is. If it's a metaphor for the gold juice, like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mostly.
And
if there's a tincture that makes you younger, I better know where. You better let me in on this. If adrenochrome's real, I'll be first in line.
You don't drink the Kool.
That's pretty crazy. You notice she like stopped herself when she said she noticed the other girls on Orange is the New Black changing. I wonder if she meant by that. Conspiracy theories are pretty wild in general, but like celebrity conspiracy theories are pretty crazy because in those cases, you know, you're messing with, or you're dealing with, you know, people with a lot of authority, a lot of connections, a lot of money, a lot of, you know, resources, a lot of possibilities and abilities to do things, right? That like the average person like me or you probably wouldn't have access to. Some of the comments on this video were talking about adrenochrome. I don't know if I could say that word, but they said it in the video anyway, so it's already been said in this video, so whatever, fuck it. But I would think it would be more symbolic, right? Like, drink this and you're one of us, you know, not knowing what this thing is that you're drinking. I've drank random drinks at parties before, and felt like shit afterward back in the past. So I'm not very trustworthy of people handing me a drink and me not knowing what it is. But in this case, obviously, a single drink is not going to fucking change your life. So it would have to be symbolic in a way, in a sense to where like, hey, you drink this, it'll probably fuck you up one way or another to where you'll be just like pliable, maybe like something to kind of bring down their inhibitions, you know, lower their inhibitions so they're easier to control or easier to manipulate, at least, you know, in that moment, to get them to do something, maybe sign some shit or something. I don't know. I could ramble on this for a while, but I'm not going to. Let me know what you think about this one. This is very, very strange. And thanks for sending this one to me. I would have never found this video on my own because I don't follow celebrity shit.
Financially, the dollar is being devalued even faster than we could have hoped. Politically, the public has lost total confidence in any form of government. The threat of universal war is a daily possibility. As you know, we ourselves do not need to hold any visible office of leadership. As a matter of fact, it's better that we do not. We control the finances, news media, food, transportation, energy. We control...
Like a tepe, it was buried intentionally. Some of the pillars had carvings of humans, animals, and then human and animal hybrids.
Oh, yuck.
A lot of what the Book of Enoch talks about.
Yeah.
This is the connection I made. The Book of Jubilee talks about Canaan, Noah's grandson. And the son grew, and he went to seek for himself a city. He found a writing which former generations had carved on the rock. It contained the teachings of the Watchers, the fallen angels, in accordance with which they used to observe the omens of the sun and the moon and the stars and all the signs of heaven.
That's wild.
Literally what's on these pillars. But here's where it gets crazy. The Göbekli Tepe is in Turkey. They discovered what they are pretty darn sure was Noah's Ark was found in Turkey. And so I'm like, did this dude walk this distance, found it out, said we cannot repeat this process, and they went and buried this thing?
Göbekli Tepe, man. The more I hear about it, the more amazed I am by everything that's on there. Just everything that they talked about that has happened, that did happen, that will happen, that did happen after they wrote about what will happen. It's fucking crazy.
Is the government lying to us about the Mars rover? Picture this. Devon Island, an isolated Arctic landscape that eerily resembles the Martian terrain. It serves as a training ground for NASA and other space agencies preparing astronauts for future Mars missions. But could it be more than just a training site? What if the stunning photographs we believe to be captured on Mars were actually taken on Devon Island? Could it be a clever ruse? A way to keep us in the dark about the true nature of the red planet? Adding fuel to the fire, NASA itself has admitted to altering Mars images. They confessed to using Photoshop to enhance the red hue, making it appear more vibrant and otherworldly. Why would they do this? What are they hiding from us? As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Mars, we find ourselves questioning everything. Are the images we've seen genuine Martian landscapes or merely deceptive glimpses into a grand charade?
Does anybody know what NASA's reasoning was? Like what they said their reasoning was for manipulating photos like they do for outer space, or like adding the red filter on the Mars images? But I don't know. I know that they admitted to it, like I said here, but why? Like, why did they say they do that? Like, what purpose does it serve? What, positive outcome comes from doing that? Like,
the 7 planets are not physical objects, and I am going to show you what NASA shows us versus what a real camera, a Nikon P900, the most powerful zoom camera in the world, shows us. Now, here is NASA's CGI version of Saturn. And here's what Saturn really looks like. Now, these planets are luminaries. They are the only wandering stars in the sky. And when you point a camera at the North Star, the stars around it always do perfect circles 365 days of the year. The constellations also align in the exact same spot every 365 days, which clearly means we are absolutely not doing this, not hurtling through space at millions of miles per hour and orbiting the sun and spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. How would we see the same constellations align in the exact same spot every 365 days? Not possible. Now look at this. This is the planet Venus, or a wandering luminary. It's just a light in the firmament traced in the night sky over an 8-year period. This is the pattern it creates every 8 years. This is not possible on the model that NASA is telling you. This is a divine creation. This is what our planets really look like, not this fake CGI nonsense. The Earth is a stationary realm with the stars fixated within the firmament. The stars are moving, we are stationary, just like the Bible told us, just like the Quran told us, and just like all of our ancient ancestors try to tell us. And here's your NASA CGI blue marble Photoshop image. Time to wake up. Peace and love.
it's very interesting. I'm still not convinced. Convince me that we're inside a globe. That is interesting, though. That is interesting. I mean, I could say that, everything was structured in a way to where it does line up perfectly, to where like a year was created so that it lines up perfectly with the constellations, because, they're so far away that even if we're traveling that fast, because it's so vast and so big, it wouldn't look like it moved at all within our lifetime, right? It's kind of like looking at microevolution as opposed to macroevolution. So macroevolution is we came from apes, right? Like we're currently evolving out of our pinky toes, but we won't see it in our lifetime. It could take thousands of years for the pinky toe to finally be gone because we're not using it anymore. As opposed to microevolution, like we're seeing bacteria and viruses, to where we can actually see them evolve. So think of that in terms of thinking of space. Like this is thinking of space as like a micro astronomical event, as opposed to like a macro one, to where you wouldn't really see any differences for like ever. That's why like in old like Göbekli Tepe, in that clip we were talking about earlier, they talk about constellations in the sky at a certain point, and we've seen in that research that those stars are no longer in that place. They're no longer in those places, but back, if we go and basically travel and follow to when that was actually written, we can see that the stars were in fact in those positions when they wrote about them on the tablet. So, pick what you want, believe what you want. It's impossible to believe every single conspiracy theory because they're so conflicting. Like this is very conflicting with believing that the stars and constellations were in a different spot, 3,600 years ago, like it says in Göbekli Tepe. So, we just got to choose what we want, choose what sounds good to us, and kind of pick our battles when it comes to these conspiracy theories. But there is an explanation for the things that we are arguing for and also arguing against. So I don't know. Let me know what your favorite conspiracy theories are, whatever they may be. Obviously not all of these are theories. Now some of them are facts. So let me know in the comments what your favorite ones are. I want to look more into some theories and some topics that that you guys like believe. Like why do you choose this one over this one, or this one over this one, so on and so forth.
So do y'all know what happened energetically yesterday? Scientists baffled after extremely high energy particles detected falling to Earth. Experts have been left wondering how the event could even happen, as particles appear to emerge from the local void, an empty area of space bordering the Milky Way galaxy. It is one of the highest energy cosmic rays ever detected according to scientists. The Amaterasu particle has an energy exceeding 240 electron volts. We've been telling y'all that the frequency is changing. Now we're having high energy electron particles coming from outer space and hitting the planet. We even had whole shifts in the Schumann frequency. I remember when this happened in June. There is a shift that has happened energetically with the whole planet. I know y'all noticed yesterday that the holidays didn't feel so holiday-ish. Even today, Black Friday, there was nobody standing outside waiting for the doors to open. Just goes to show you, the frequency of the planet is changing.
I mean, yeah, I agree. This year, it does seem a bit off. I think things have seemed a bit off, though. I've been incredibly tired these past few weeks. So incredibly tired. Like, I never set an alarm, ever. And I normally wake up like 7 a.m., 7:30, get up, drink coffee, go to the gym, whatever. I've been sleeping in till like 9:30, 10:30. My sleeping schedule, like, hasn't changed. Like, nothing else has changed in my life, but I've been sleeping so much later on days that I don't force myself to get up and like set an alarm, because I've had to set an alarm lately because I don't want to fucking sleep all day. I got shit to do on the weekends, man. I am just out, dude. I am out cold. Haven't really been in a holiday mood either. Haven't really seen a lot of people into it. It's fucking sad times, dude. Also a note, you see me like rubbing my eyes and yawning and stuff. My allergies have been destroying me today. I took some allergy medicine. It's making me so fucking tired. So I'm in that weird middle area to where I'm like edging my allergies, right? To where the medicine's kicking in and it's making me sleepy, but I'm still got like the fucking itchy nose and itchy eyes and shit. So excuse me. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this one's a little bit shorter and I apologize for that, but like I said, my allergies are destroying my life today. My eyes are so itchy and my throat is getting very dry and scratchy from this Benadryl. On top of that, I've been very busy with the holidays and just work and everything. I'm about to travel back home to visit family, and it's been crazy. So in order to show my appreciation for you, I'm not turning the ads on this video. I'm just going to, sacrifice that income, just give you guys a good, watching experience on this one, since the video is a little shorter and I wasn't able to get a video out for you yesterday like I wanted to. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for understanding. If you like what you've seen, thanks for fucking sticking around, man. It's been awesome, man. We got a great community. You can join the Discord and send me videos you want me to watch in the next video. The link's down in the description. You can also click on my SoundCloud link and listen to this song that's playing right now. It's my original song called Secret Lover, produced, written, mixed, mastered, everything by me. There's also a link down in the description for merchandise. If you want to check out some of the Lucid Crew merch, it's super sick. I'm convinced it's the best YouTube merch in the game. It is awesome. We got some awesome artists that design that stuff for you based on weird, trippy, psychedelic conspiracy theory stuff. So it's a lot of fun. And to my members and my moderators, the people that give super chats and donations to help support the channel, thank you. You guys are awesome. I mean, all of you are the reason why I do what I do, and keep this channel going and these videos going, and you sending me links and hanging out with me and stuff are like the highlights of my day. So thank you again. I hope you had an awesome holiday, and I hope you continue to have an awesome holiday season, and I will see you in a couple days. Peace.